how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
In your opinion, the two of you, what's the next step for Bo Nix? What would you consider? What's the next step?
You know, it's interesting because he's mentioned it. All right, so
gold jacket.
All right, calm down. Last year was all about just memorizing the playbook. It was a memorization year. You know, you've been in school and you don't know a damn thing about the study, but you're just memorizing it, right? You're just memorizing the periodic table. You're memorizing things, but you don't know anything about what you're learning. That's last year. This year, he knows the playbook. He knows it. And now he can focus on the defense. He can focus on, let me get out of this play and go to another one. He knows what he's talking about. What a step you can take.
He knows what all the ingredients are now. Now it's time to cook the souffle. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to get it kicking that way. And again, Bert, I don't know how much it's going to be a factor. It's real. Don't get me wrong. When teams have a full season of film on you, they're going to find things out about you. And that's why the best, some guys stay the same. Some guys get a little bit better. The best improve their game and keep throwing different things at opposing defenses, and they become better and better. So what's he going to do? They're going to have film on him, and they're going to want to take away what he likes to do the most. And they have, you talk about analytics, opposing defenses, they got every single chart of everything that he does, how many steps he rolls to his left. I mean, all these different things, right? Where he looks first, where do his eyes go? They got all of this charted, and they can see it. It's going to be up to him to adapt himself with Sean Payton, obviously, and be even better.
And the next step for Sean Payton, too, to help Bo Nix, can they establish a running game?
Yeah.
Because they never did last year.
Yeah.
They never did. It was always by force, right? And it never worked. Hell, he had to write it down on his play chart. He could never get it going. So if they can establish one and it can work complementary to what Bo Nix can do in the passing game, I'm telling you, it opens up so much more. I think that's the big effort in this preseason. They really want to go out of their way. And it starts up front, man. It starts up front with the blocking scheme. It starts with the guys establishing the line of scrimmage. And these new running backs, are they going to be able to fit behind this?
Totally.
There's a lot of things I want to see here.
The Altitude Daily. The Morning Sprint.
Now, Nik Bonitto, if he goes out there and throws another 13, 14, 15 sack season, he goes into top 3. He goes into TJ Watt. He goes into what Micah Parsons wants.
And even then, Micah Parsons' single high season for sacks is 14. Nik Bonitto
but he does it every year.
He does.
That's the reason why Parsons is worth the 40 that he wants. It's in the 12 to 14
consistency, and he's been available
he's got
of the last 4 seasons.
53 some odd sacks in 4 seasons. Like, he just does it every year.
Nik Bonitto, if he's wise and his agent is, I think, advising him correctly, he doesn't look to sign a deal for Nik Bonitto. Because what I see out here at training camp, what I saw on film last year, Nik Bonitto's physical attributes warrant him to be in the top 3 discussion if he chases up his 2024 season with an as good or better season in 25. He is top 3, maybe top 5 outside linebacker, pass rush specialist money.
Now, to get out our nautical slides here, the reason why the two ships haven't linked up with each other when it comes to the Broncos and Nik Bonitto, now they have obviously with Zach Allen, right? You get that 4-year, $102 million deal done. The reason why you were able to get that done is, well, there aren't other deals like Zach Allen's that are happening in the league right now. The reason why the Bonitto deal hasn't happened, it's not because Bonitto doesn't want to sign. It's not because the Broncos don't want him here, or even because of, taking a fun little topic that we had on Friday was, well, could you use Bonitto in a trade possibility for Micah Parsons? None of that's the reason. The reason why he hasn't signed is because Hendrickson and Micah Parsons are the two contracts that the Bonitto camp are waiting on, right? You're going to get slotted underneath at least Parsons, likely underneath Hendrickson. Maybe it's probably like the same deal between Bonitto and Hendrickson, but you're going to get slotted right beneath it, or right beneath Micah Parsons. If Parsons signs that $40 million deal, you're automatically making more money. It would be a dumb thing for Nik Bonitto to sign before Parsons gets extended in Dallas or elsewhere. I don't think you're holding out is a bad word. I don't think you are refusing to put pen to paper for the whole season and betting on yourself. You're waiting for Parsons for that deal to get done.
It's almost as if the word comp matters.
That's exactly what it is.
I don't know.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
Sean Payton told Charles Robinson Bo Nix will be a top 4 or 5 quarterback in the NFL in the next 2 years. Quote, he's going to be one of the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the league. That's what we're seeing right now. He doesn't take sacks. He's got exceptional arm strength. He threw the longest ball, 67 air yards against Cincinnati. He can run. He can throw in funny body angles. You guys agree or disagree with Sean Payton's assessment of the future track for Bo Nix?
Top 4?
4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as it sits today, he's not top 4 or 5 in the AFC West. He's not even, he's not even top 2 in the. I'm sorry, in the AFC. He's not even top 2 in the AFC West.
Well, Sean says in the next couple of years,
hey,
top 4.
He's got
2 years.
He's got the intangibles. He's got a lot of physical attributes that you look at that fits the modern game, and he's got the athleticism that there's no denying. The game has evolved. Sometimes in a manner that I don't even like, but the game's evolved, and your quarterback's got to be able to move. I don't know that you got to be a running back, but you got to move. So he's got a fighting chance. Look, Sean's on a roll right now. He also said that he's coached 6 teams in the past that he felt like a chance of winning a Super Bowl, and this is his 7th. This is the 7th team. That's how good this team is. He's putting some expectations on these boys.
I love it.
And he's putting them on himself.
Yeah. Why not?
That's putting your own pressure on. But listen, I told you before, I went 8 seasons. Is that right? 9, 10? No, 7 seasons that I played on teams that never mentioned the word championship. And the first day I walked in, I mean the first meeting that you walk in with the Detroit Pistons, that's all that was talked about. And for the next 2 years, it was all that was talked about. And so there's something I think, and I don't believe putting it out in the world and all that goof like that, but when you put it out within a team and an organization, and you just said this something a while ago for that last break about ownership, we had great ownership. And guess what the ownership was about? Championship. Guess what the coaches were about? Championship. Leaders on the team, championship.
Mm-hmm.
The role guys, championship. And they end up winning 2 in a row and played in 5 or 6 straight Western or Eastern Conference championships. So I like that he's putting it out there. I will never dog a coach. I don't think they have a championship team, but I will never dog a coach talking about we're playing for a championship. Never in my life will I dog a coach for saying that. My biggest gripe for the first 20 years I called the Nuggets games, no one used to mention with the Nuggets. And I don't know if it was when the Cronkies finally bought it, all of a sudden they said, we want to build a championship team. I'm like, what? I'd already been working like 15, 16 years, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And it took them a while, but guess what they finally did? They won a championship. And now what's the standard for the Denver Nuggets?
The end. There's one standard. That's
right.
it.
What's the standard for the Avalanche?
Same thing.
So
there is no other
I'm
standard.
all in that Sean's doing this. Now, if we're breaking down, Tyler, put your analyst hat on, and you're just, not worried about the orange-colored glasses, I think they'd have a long road to get to that this year.
The Altitude Daily. Kreckman and Lindahl.
All right, Matt in Dayton wants to know, has anyone in camp surprised you by far? Anyone, just period?
The guy and this is my little scouting nerd hat when I put it on, and you've seen it many times, but there's a receiver I hope they keep, and just look, Joaquin Davis.
Yeah, that's my dude.
That guy is because when I looked at him coming into the draft, I was like, man, that is an NFL something. But the route tree wasn't awesome, and the offense wasn't, there was just a lot to do there. But from a pure scouting perspective, I want to see what that guy looks like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Because he's big and fast and sudden and just wiry and in traffic. He's got body control. It's just really, really raw.
All right, I got to ask you this.
But that would be my guy.
I like him too, and I noticed him. Like, he stood out to me for
But
the
he's
day.
a big dude. He's got to be 6'4" and change. And
Well, the first OTA I saw 80, and I'm like, golly, is that a tight end?
Who's the
and I
tight
figured out,
end?
wait a
It's
minute,
not.
that's a receiver.
But there's no room for him. You know,
I get it.
There's not going to be a surprise.
But then
at
don't
wide
play him and stuff him
Yeah.
on practice
No, I
squad.
mean, I
Young
would
man will still
not-
get a nice paycheck.
I would be very stunned if he's getting very significant snaps in
Yeah.
that third preseason game.
They're not. All right, this is a fair text. There's been a lot of Kool-Aid and rainbows and general optimism
sunshine
oozing
and
out of the
rainbows.
media reports. Are the Broncos actually going to be good, or are we getting gaslit and overhyped?
It's hard not to get overhyped in camp. I mean, look at Twitter. Ball against air. What a great throw. I hate that stuff. I hate it. Stop listening to it.
But we
You know?
do believe there's a good team here,
The-
right? What I would
the
tell
defense,
this texter,
the defense has the potential to be really, really good if you got to handle your business, because it's hard to play defense in today's NFL. The rule book is stacked against you. The quarterback play, top to bottom, has never been more efficient. I don't know. It's not more talented, but people are more efficient than they've ever been, getting completions and first downs and 8 yards, and it's never been more efficient in the league. So it's hard to play defense and be great at it.
well,
But this group, Greenlaw and Hufanga, if they play 14, 15, 16 games, anywhere from 14 to 17 games in a regular season, if they have their 11 on the field, it's hard for me to believe that they have any blips like Cleveland or Baltimore. I mean, they're going to be a problem for people.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com @Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.